guys, it's Gravy and welcome back to a new video. So I actually build every single chapter of Piggy from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 12 to celebrate the release of Piggy chapter 2. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe if you guys are new and use star code Gravy when you guys buy Robux. So we're gonna start our adventure in chapter 1, the house, and also at the end of this I'm gonna make my prediction of chapter 2. Or no, not chapter 2, Piggy 2, and what's gonna happen in that. So chapter 1 starts as you as a detective, and you're actually investigating a kid who's missing, and that kid actually happens to be George Pig. So you, being the best detective in the world, you go to the last place he's been seen, his house. But when you get into the house with your awesome police car, you actually get attacked. And then you wake up, you don't wake up in the refrigerator. You wake up here. You wake up here inside the room, and then you find out that there's like a monster inside the room. And you just start running away. You can go to the toilet right there for a secret entrance. So you escape. You don't understand why there's a crazy pig attacking you. So you escape, you get on your car, and then you go back into the station. Once you arrive at the station, you realize the whole station has been abandoned, and monsters have overrun the station. And there's only one survivor left, and he's actually in the garage waiting for you so you guys can escape on the getaway car. And then as you get to the garage, you actually figure out it is your partner, Doggy. You and Doggy are the only one left, and you gotta get away from here because the station is overrun by piggies. So you get out of this chapter. So we travel to the next chapter, but the thing is, we ran out of gas, and Doggy didn't pack enough gas because we were running away. I guess there was really no time. And then we got surrounded because we were out of gas. And then we ended up hiding in this gallery, which I did not decorate because I didn't have enough time. But I hope it kind of looks like the gallery. I kind of went up here. You know, there's a little area up here. And so, I'm stuck. I hate getting stuck. But yeah, you just kind of go in the gallery. Now, nothing really happens in the gallery. We don't really find out much. Because at this point, the story wasn't developed enough. But you finally make it out of the gallery because you guys are surrounded here. And it's a time skip. It's a 4-week time skip. Now, that's going to be important and when we get to the end. A 4-week time skip. So we spend 4 weeks in an abandoned kind of campsite / forest map. And then we just stay here. I don't know how we stayed 4 weeks. I guess because it's like little tents. It was like a campsite. So there was like supplies around and there's like a tree house that you can climb up. But yeah, during this time, Doggy was actually attacked and he became one of the infected. And we'll get to that soon, the way you become the infected. But someone actually gave him a medicine to try to help him. And then what happened is you realize that Doggy doesn't seem like himself. And then he just starts attacking you. Like all the infected show up and also now Doggy is attacking you. So you gotta escape this forest and you gotta leave your friend, your partner behind, Doggy. And then once you leave, you actually find the radio. And it's this crazy guy talking to you saying, please save my friend at the school. And I'll meet you guys, I think he said I'll meet you guys at the sewers. So we head into the school right here. And we gotta find this craziest guy, his friend. Because he just called us up in the radio randomly. So when we're here, we actually find his friend, Bunny. And apparently, she was on a rescue mission because the school got overrun by the infected. So even the teacher got infected. So she was here to save people. But she got trapped in one of the rooms. And she needed us to come save her. And then we take her and then we head into the sewers. But something happens and I get really, really sick. We still haven't figured out how I got sick. Like, it doesn't really explain the story. Maybe I was really tired. Maybe somehow I got infected and I'm immune. I think that might head into the next, that might head into chapter 2. He might explain that. Why did we just faint here? So we fainted and then Bunny and Mr. P actually brought us to the hospital. So we go into the hospital, and then here's the hospital, which I didn't decorate. But yeah, so we got to the hospital, and what happened is the hospital got overrun by the infected. And then in here, we actually figured out, we got some files that showed that there was a family that got a special potion in here. And once this family took the potion, they immediately got super strong. And they seemed fine until they started showing some aggression. So this kind of gives you a sneak peek of what might have happened to the Piggy family. So we're here at the hospital, we got attacked, they attacked Bunny, and then Bunny kind of gets infected. And to help Bunny, Mr. P actually gives Bunny the potion. because he knows at this point. I think he might know that the potion, the potion is the thing that's infecting other stuff. But because Bunny, or maybe he doesn't know that. This part is kind of confusing the story. So Bunny got attacked, and he gave the potion to Bunny to save her. But he realizes what he has done because he's the one that caused the whole infection, and he told us to meet in the helicopter pad up there. But I guess he's ashamed that he infected Bunny, his friend that we just saved. And he realized that he causes the infection, so he has to save the day. So he just doesn't want to face it, so he leaves on the helicopter. And then we're like, oh no, why did he leave us? And then we just head into, like, we take the train. So when we get to the train here, it is actually monsters everywhere in the train station. Hey, what is this? It's broken. There's monsters in the train station. And then before we can leave, when the train arrives because it's broken, before we can fix the train and leave, Bunny actually gets very, very sick. And she can't go on. And then she tells you that Mr. P, the potato, that told us to save the friend. I don't know if I said his name is Mr. P. But Mr. P, the potato, gave her a potion. And now she's going to become the infected. So you're really upset. You think Mr. P is an evil guy. So you go to try to find him. And how do you find him exactly? Well, in the next chapter, we realize that Mr. P is actually a celebrity. He's like Walt Disney. He has his own theme park or his own amusement park. But when we're here, we actually start finding out about another group called TSP. We never got any answers, and this might come in a later time in the story. When we escape, we go to his office. Here's Mr. P's office, has his face on it. We go in there, and Mr. P is nowhere to be found. We find two other survivors, ZZ and Pony, and they tell us they're here looking for survivors, and they want to bring us to their safe house. So we follow them, and we head into the safe house, which is the city. Let me fly around so you guys can see. So we head into the city right here. You know, I could actually play this chapter, but I didn't add any trapdoors or whatever. So we can't actually do anything. So as we're approaching the safe house, oh no, someone was actually watching us from behind a dumpster. I didn't even make the dumpsters. There was someone behind the dumpsters watching us. And we're like, hey, who's that behind the dumpster? And then we followed whoever it is into the mall. And then we gotta figure out who is this person in the dumpster that was following us. So we go into the dumpster, and there's actually a crazy robot here trying to attack us. We don't know why, because the robot was programmed to attack anybody, infected and humans. And then when we reach the end, we actually figure out that it was none other than George Pig. See, he was the one behind the dumpster. It was him, because he apparently, when his family went crazy, he ran away, and he went to meet his grandma at the city. But his grandma was also acting crazy, so he's been hiding near the mall this whole time, and he wants to get revenge also on Mr. P for attacking us. So after this chapter, we actually finally head into the safe house. We take George with us on our back, and we go into the safe house. Maybe I should grab him. I'm gonna grab him. Come here, George. Well, where's the is it items? Where's George? Okay, right here. George, you're coming with me. You're coming with me. So we bring George with here it is, George. Here's George. He's coming with us. So we head into the safe house. And the people in the safe house actually told us that they found a signal, that helicopter signal, and we were like, that must be Mr. P. So we told George, stay back, okay? George, you stay there, stay back, okay? Me, ZZ, and Pony are gonna go after Mr. P. And he's like, okay, I will stay back. You know, but you'll find out soon what he did. So when we get into the next chapter, we found out that the signal is coming from a military base. And I think I built this pretty well. What do you guys think? I think this is the best build out of all of them. I really like the circus, but I didn't really decorate. I like the military base, just because I feel like I worked really hard on it. So we got into the military base, and then here we actually figure out that there's rules to the zombie infection. If you get attacked by someone else that's infected, you also become infected. So that's how everything is spreading. And there's also only 7 potions. So Mr. P could only infected 7 people. And then he also, so he didn't cause all these people to get infected. It's because the people that were already infected started infecting everybody else. And it just spread like crazy. Oh, also I forgot, in the last chapter, at the circus, we actually saw a picture of a girl potato. So that's Mrs. P, which we'll get into the end of the chapter. So we finish this chapter, we gotta break into the secret military base area. It's like an underground bunker. So when we get here, we actually figured out that George Pig actually snuck out of the house, or no, he snuck out of the base, and he's following us. But you know what he did? He brought a bunch of people. Like George, oh, it's so laggy. He brought a bunch of people with him. So the area surrounded. George, look what you did. You brought them all with us. So we guess we head in. And then Zizi and Pony stood out here to fight them off. And then in case they died, Pony told Zizi that he loves her sister. And then Zizi said, I know, I love your cat too. So we head inside, and then when we get inside, this is the weirdest part. So we find Mr. P, and he has like no memory of us. He's going crazy. And he's also a half robot, which makes no sense. Why was he a robot? So when we get to this chapter, and we actually complete the chapter, and we like explode the area and stuff, we find Mr. P, and he finally stops going crazy, and he explains his story. He explains that his wife, Mrs. P, was sick. No one could cure her illness, so what he did is he took all his money to try to create a cure. So he needed human subjects, and the people that got to be human subjects was actually the Piggy's family. So he infected the Piggy family with the first few potions, and they went back home. When they got there, but Mr. P thought everything was good, because after giving the potions, they were all fine and everything. But when they got home, they started getting crazy, and they started infecting everybody and attacking everybody. Mr. P didn't see that. And he was also the one that infected Doggy, because he saw him getting attacked, and he thought he could use the potion. And he also gave it to Bunny, because Bunny got attacked to help her. But then he started realizing that it was the potion that was making everyone infected. And he also gave the potion to Mrs. P before he knew it makes them infected. And then Mrs. P became infected, so he lost Mrs. P. So this whole time, Mr. P was actually a good guy, and he was just confused. He was trying to find a cure for his wife. And then George is like, nah, son, I'm gonna beat you up. So he goes, pretend this is Mr. P. He goes like, Mr. P, I'm gonna clonk you. And then he goes up to him, and I say, no, George, there's another way. Please don't do it. And then he's like, fine. And then we leave, and then Mr. P, he just stays back. I guess he fights all the infected. And then me and George, we leave the chapter. And this is where the chapter ends. And then we ended off with... I gotta go back to the circus. This makes no sense. But I'm heading back to the circus. So we ended with the story off with Zizi and Pony. They're actually fine. They were able to fight off the zombies. And then me and George Pig leave the area. And then we're like, oh, what are we gonna do now? And then George Pig says, hey guys, what if we look for a cure? So now, book 2 of Piggy is all gonna be about finding the cure. So guys, that was pretty much the whole story. Tell me in the comments if you guys liked my little map. I guess I could probably do a video of me playing it and invite you guys to play it. Once I put all the doors and stuff that you can actually use. Because right now, it's not very decorated or anything, but I think it's still pretty cool. So for my prediction of book 2, I think this is going to be a time skip. Because from the chapter 3 to the forest, there was a 4-week time skip. I think there might be like a 1-year time skip of them just going around recruiting people, doing research and stuff. So there's going to be a huge time skip. And maybe like the next chapter is going to find out, oh, we just figured out there's like a secret base in like an ice area. Or maybe we just figured out there's a secret base and we got to ride a boat there. Because we saw them in a boat in a trailer. So I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to start out with us going to some secret area to find a cure. Which the cure is obviously not going to be there. But that's how the whole story is going to start. What do you guys think? Comment down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.